report came out, right as we were finishing.
Well, we're live at the His Glory Save America revival.
So what is 322?
I'm with Waylon,
Genesis 3,
the Red Rooster.
That's why Lucifer.
Because I came a long way today to tell you the truth. You didn't get it. The battle's over truth. To think that we would even be in a situation in the United States of America where we would teach a young kid, a young boy, that he could be a girl, and most of the people be okay with it. Problem's not the Luciferians running the schools. The problem is those of us who claim the name of Christ, who cower in fear and put on masks and social distance and take jabs. Somebody's with me here. My wife's showing me. And we find ourselves in the mess that we're in. I'm going to say it because nobody else will. We have the worst Christian leadership in the history of the United States right now. You know what ought to be leading this? See, this ought to be a pastor's gathering, strategizing on how they're going to stand up against the forces of darkness.
Here, CIA, say, anybody, I'm asking for a friend.
Okay,
we're praying for you.
All right,
you're going to get saved.
We're praying for you. All right,
Make sure you come up to get baptized in fire.
Exactly. All right. Yeah. So Dr. Doug Frank, I don't know if he really needs an introduction, but he's a jack of all trades. He is a mathematician. He's a scientist. He's a Christian, and he's filled with the power of God.
He's a musician.
He's a musician. But we know him because he took his gifts and he took his callings and he found a way to help save our elections. So he's been working hand in hand with Mike Lindell. If you guys, how many watch the State by State? Okay.
The moment of truth.
The moment of truth summit. That actually was all Doug. We went there, and every single state is connected to Doug Frank. He is working in election integrity in every state.
That's why they're so scared of you, Doug.
And that is why they're so scared. And I will tell you this: that blood red background when Biden was talking. Anybody remember what he was talking about? He said there's those patriots, and they're doing the stuff with the election. That was this. That was that whole blood red speech was because of you. So there you go.
She started to get better. The tumors stopped growing. They started to retreat a little bit. And this pattern went on. And the doctors will tell you, anything that is not progressing is a win. Well, she was starting to make some progress. Well, she goes to the Catholic Women's Conference in Columbus, and with a friend, and there were 8,000, 6,000 to 8,000 Catholic women that came in. Very powerful. But the keynote speaker was a priest from Rwanda. And his story was amazing. I mean, he talks about being a priest and how he was there during the genocide, and his congregation was made up of half Tutsis and half Hutus. So his congregation literally went to war against each other and killed half of his congregation. So he managed to escape in the dead of night. He went back to Europe and he talked to the bishop that had sent him to Africa in the first place. And they not very good at his priest thing. The congregation just killed the other half. And he said, well, maybe your job is to go preach peace and forgiveness. So he sent him back to Rwanda. He ended up adopting the kids of the man that killed his wife and raised them as his own. She's now a doctor that does a lot of pro bono work in Rwanda, trying to make amends for her father's atrocities. But so he said that through this he would start to hear the word of God, and he wanted to share some of the things that he had heard over the course of that.
Radical concept. In 2013, just going back to the truckers' ride for the Constitution, that was a huge event that essentially brought me, 6-7 million people, because nobody else was covering it. And the truckers were actually blocked and scared away from going to D.C. To go do a blockade. I said we wanted the world's largest traffic jam in D.C., shut down commerce in D.C. That was a neat little concept that didn't go very well. They stopped it. But guess what? we shifted gears. How many of you remember when Barack Obama was evacuated from the White House because the veterans went to the World War II memorial and took down those barricades? And that's what happened. They blocked the truckers. The veterans went to the war memorial and they took those barricades down, and Barack Obama was evacuated. Okay, so that's my claim to fame, and I made everybody really mad, okay?
Into your glory,